Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, guys. How are you? So needless to say, I've had a crazy birthday week, and I got all of your Oprah submissions, and I gotta tell you, I was planning on having a winner picked by today, but I can't even begin to pick one yet. I've got it kind of narrowed down, but here's the thing. I promise you, Monday, I will announce the winner of Operation Oprah. All right? So just give me a little bit more time to kind of figure it out because these submissions are so good that I don't even know where to begin, how to start. A couple front runners, but then just when I think I have one picked out, I don't know. It's so hard. But speaking of Oprah, well, first, before speaking of Oprah, tough goodbyes in the world of reality TV this week. Allison on American Idol and Lil' Kim on Dancing with the Stars. Both a little bit robbed. American Idol, someone had to go. All the finalists are good. I finally have to admit that I've kind of liked Adam the last couple weeks. I have to admit it. But Lil' Kim was robbed. I'm sorry, and I love Ty. I think he's adorable, but he really should have gone home this week. I'm sorry. He really should have. And Lil' Kim, I thought she was going to be in the final three. I thought if anyone was going to go home besides Ty, it might be Shawn Johnson just because people kind of forget about her. Do you kind of forget about Shawn? I don't know. I like her. I think she's adorable, and I loved her paso the other night. I think that's really what saved her. But I don't know. Lil' Kim was amazing and inspirational and such a different thing for the show. And Allison, God bless her, she's just adorable, but she's going to be fine. Allison's just a baby. She's going to have plenty of career. Oprah. This is what I want to talk about. Did you guys watch Oprah yesterday about bullies? These two mothers came out, both of their sons. I can't even talk about it. I'm going to, but it's really hard for me. Both of her sons, no, these two women had sons who killed themselves. They both hung themselves because of bullying in school. And I was like so riveted by this episode because I don't know how many of you were bullied or taunted and teased and stuff in school, but I was in elementary school and middle school. I was pretty intensely bullied. I'm not gonna lie, and this kid, they told this kid Ryan's story. His name was Ryan, so immediately it kind of spoke to me. This kid Ryan, who I guess it happened, I think it was like 5 years ago. I could be wrong about that. He was bullied, and he ended up killing himself as well. And his story really, the two mothers' stories were so raw that all I could do was like really sympathize with the mothers and was really like, but this Ryan story, his dad and his mom who spoke, his mom was like so moving, and his dad who spoke, he was so able to wrap himself around these feelings after a period of time that I was really able to hear that story, and it was so similar to my story, and I'm so thankful that I had a mother who did what she had to do to make sure that I felt safe and protected and taken care of in a time when things were really, really tough, around like 7th and 8th grade. And I was really taken care of, and it's because of those safeguards and some people in our lives at that time that I really was able to come out of that okay. But I look at these situations, and it could have been me, and I think of all of these people. I know so many people, so many of my close friends. I think what bonds a lot of us is that we were all bullied as kids. And I have a feeling a lot of you who watch the show probably were too, and some of you maybe are right now, and some of you are younger than me, and still at the age where bullying might be happening. And did you see this kid, Chase, who was so brave to get up on Oprah, on national television, and say, I'm being bullied right now, and I don't know how to stop it, and meet with this therapist on television. And I've just been thinking about him all day today, because he probably had to go to school today after this show aired and walk into just a firestorm of epic proportions. I mean, the poor kid, and I want to know immediately, it said at the end of the Oprah show, we're going to be following this story. I want to know today what's going on. Like, I can't stop thinking about him. He's like, consume my thoughts all day because I'm like, I've been there, Chase. I know this battle, and you just want to say, it's okay. You come out of the other end of it okay. I promise. Like, I don't know. It's just so hard. Like, I'm so thankful in some ways for my bullying because it was when I was being bullied that my mom used to teach me. We used to come up, we used to sit up late at night and come up with funny things I could say back to bullies if they said mean things to me, if they called me gay or the F word or fat. I had it from two ends. I was fat and sensitive. So I had it from two angles, and we would come up with funny things for me to say. And I think, a cute kind of funny kid before, but this was really like, I learned to be funny. I used to use humor as a weapon, as a shield, very, very early on. And it was all because of these bullies. So I'm like so thankful for them in a way, because they gave me the tools for me to start things like this and be, start this career in entertainment. I don't know how much of that would have come out. I'm sure some of it would have, because it's just naturally who I am, but I don't know how much of it would have come out. Anyways, off tangent. But that said, I was talking to my friend last night, and I was like, I wouldn't go back to one day of 5th or 6th grade the way it was for all the money in the world. And my friend, it was Lucas, he said, not for $45 million? I don't know where he got that number. And I said, no, not for $45 million. I would not go back to a day of that pain for all the money in the world. Oh God, it was such a terrible time. And I so empathize for these kids. And I totally get where these kids are. So if you're being bullied, tell your parents, tell your schools, tell your teachers, tell your older brothers. That was a big one. Like my older brother, I will never forget, called my mom and said, hey mom, he was living in Colorado, he was going to college. And he called my mom and said, hey, Donahue's having a special about bullying. You should watch it and maybe get some tips for Ryan. Like, my brother would have flown out to Arizona from Colorado in a heartbeat to beat up these bullies for me. And I used to say, my brother's going to come beat you up. That's one of the things I cleverly came up with. And so, I don't know. Just, like, if you're being bullied, just don't give up. Don't walk away. Don't give up on yourself, because I promise you there's an end, and it's so soon. High school is even so much easier than grade school and junior high. If you can just get to high school, you'll find your people, you'll find your peeps, I promise. And just keep your head up. Just try to not let them get you down, and stick up for yourself. That doesn't mean start fights, okay? I don't want to be telling kids to go out and start fights, but stick up for yourself. Own your personal space, like the therapist said, and give a physicalization like, you can't mess with me. And I don't know, if you're being bullied, I don't know, just like Oprah said, we're just going to start a national conversation about it, because I think it is important, and it's an issue that speaks very personally to me. And I don't know, maybe you guys too. Tell me your bullying stories, or your thoughts on bullying and how we can prevent it in schools. And there's a certain amount of taunting that's natural for kids. I get it, but there are certain bullying that is beyond. It's beyond, and unless you've experienced it, you don't know. And Chase, you are a brave man, and you're going to be just fine. And thank you for telling your story, because we've been there, and you're going to come out of it okay. I promise. So just keep your head up. Keep your personal space, and don't let the bullies get you down, all right? No more bullies. Bullies outa. Bullies outa. Whatever. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.